What happens to your brain when you know you're being watched? University of Technology Sydney writes, a psychological study has revealed that surveillance increases a person's subconscious awareness of being watched, which affects how the brain processes sensory information. The research demonstrated that participants could detect faces quicker under surveillance without being consciously aware of this enhanced perception. Surveillance impact study. A new psychological study has shown that when people know they are under surveillance, it generates an automatic response of heightened awareness of being watched, with implications for public mental health. In a paper published in the journal Neuroscience of Consciousness Psychology, researchers from University of Technology Sydney, UTS, worked with 54 participants to examine the effects of surveillance on an essential function of human sensory perception, the ability to detect another person's gaze. Lead author, Associate Professor of Neuroscience and Behavior Kylie Seymour, said previous research has established the effects on conscious behavior and people know they are being watched, but the new study provided the first direct evidence that being watched also has an involuntary response. We know CCTV changes our behavior, and that's the main driver for retailers and others wanting to deploy such technology to prevent unwanted behavior, Associate Professor Seymour said. However, we show it's not only overt behavior that changes, our brain changes the way it processes information. We found direct evidence that being conspicuously monitored via CCTV markedly impacts a hardwired and involuntary function in human sensory perception, the ability to consciously detect a face. It's a mechanism that evolved for us to detect other agents and potential threats in our environment, such as predators and other humans, and it seems to be enhanced when we're being watched on CCTV. Our surveilled participants became hyper-aware of face stimuli almost a second faster than the control group. This perceptual enhancement also occurred with participants realizing it. Associate Professor Seymour said that given the increasing level of surveillance in society and the ongoing debates around privacy reform, the study's findings suggest the need for closer examination of the effects of surveillance on mental processes and on public health more broadly. We had a surprising yet unsettling finding that despite participants reporting little concern or preoccupation with being monitored, its effects on basic social processing were marked, highly efficient, significant, and imperceptible to the participants. The ability to rapidly detect faces is of critical importance to human social interactions. Information conveyed in faces, such as gaze direction, enables us to construct models of other people's minds and to use this information to predict behavior. We see hypersensitivity to eye gaze in mental health conditions like psychosis and social anxiety disorder, where individuals hold irrational beliefs of preoccupations with the idea of being watched. Whilst this investigation was specifically focused on unconscious and social processes, future investigations should explore effects on the limbic system more broadly, which would have more general implications for public mental health and the importance of privacy. And this is from reference Big Brother, the effects of surveillance on fundamental aspects of social vision, by Kylie Seymour, Jared McNichol, Roger Coing-Robert, Neuroscience of Consciousness, University of Technology Sydney, on Science Tech Daily. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.